so tall, just the way I'm supposed to be. And you're on to me, you're all over me. I'll leave you on my knees as I try to make you see that you're everything I think I need. Hair on the ground, you're not a friend of all, though I can't seem to let you go. One thing that I still know is that you're keeping me down. Keeping me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're on to me, you're on to me, all over. Something always brings me back to you. It never takes too long.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the factory. Welcome to the 2025 DFA Season Awards ceremony, being celebrated under the theme, Celebrating Excellence, Honoring Commitment, Inspiring the Future. Quite a fitting theme as we are celebrating excellence. You, the awardees here tonight, the commitment, of course, your service over the years, and of course, inspiring the future. We have so many young footballers here with us this evening. They will be the future of Dominica's football. My name is Gavin Richards. I'll be the Master of Ceremonies, your host tonight. The night of celebration, night of good time. Reward you for your hard work over the past season. And we would like to acknowledge some of the dignitaries who are here with us this evening. Start off with Mr. Trevor Shillingford, who is representing the Minister of Sports, Ministry of Sports. Also, we have with us the Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica, Mrs. Annette Severin-Lestrade. She will be our featured speaker this evening. Mr. Glenn Etienne, the President of the Dominica Football Association, members of the Dominica Football Association Executive Council, also Mr. Billy Doctor, the President of the Dominica Olympic Committee. Good evening, pleasure to have you here. Mr. Jerome Badwell, the Technical Director, other special invited guests, the awardees, club representatives, the players, staff of the Dominica Football Association, the media, all of the other invited guests, the General Secretary of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Alvin Abraham, Vice Presidents Stanton Seraphin, Treasurer John Joseph. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2025 DFA Awards ceremony. Right, to get us started off, we'd like to invite the Lord amongst our presence. As I always say, is God first and everything second. And to help to bless the proceedings here this evening, I'd like to invite Deacon Algernon de Galway, the second Vice President of the Dominica Football Association, to lead us in prayer.
Grace and peace to you from God our Father and from Jesus Christ. Blessed be God forever. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of the football season just ended, for the joy of competition, the lessons of discipline, and the bonds of friendship formed on and off the field. We are grateful for the talents you have entrusted to each player, coach, and supporter, and for the spirit of teamwork that has united us. Bless this gathering as we celebrate achievements and honor dedication. May the prizes we award today remind us not only of victories, but of the values of respect, perseverance, and fair play. Lord, continue to guide our footballers and support staff. Keep them safe. Inspire them to grow in character and help them use their gifts to serve others. May the lessons learned on and off the field carry into our daily lives, shaping us into people of integrity, courage, and generosity. As we partake in this evening's celebration, let us be reminded that you have made it all possible for us and will always be eternally grateful. Bless everyone present here today with good health and strength. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you very much. I'd like to encourage you to keep standing as we invite Shania Aline, who will sing the national anthem.
Good evening. I love beauty, I love splendor, I'll do all so sweet and fair. All must surely gaze in wonder at thy gifts so rich and rare. Rivers, valleys, hills and mountains, all these gifts we do extol. Healthy land so like all fountains, giving cheer that warms the soul. Dominica, God has blessed thee with a clime benign and bright, pastures green and flowers of beauty, filling all with pure delight. And the people strong and healthy, full of godly reverend fare. May we ever seek to praise thee for these gifts so rich and rare. Come ye forward, sons and daughters of this gem beyond compare. Strive for honor, sons and daughters, to the right be firm, be fair. Toil with hearts hearts and hands and voices, we must prosper, sound the call in which everyone rejoices. All for each and each for all.
Thank you very much. You may be seated, everyone. Thank you very much, Shania Aline. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, we will head straight into proceedings this evening. And to start us off, we will have the first Vice President of the Dominican Football Association, Mr. Stanton Seraphin. He will be delivering the welcome remarks. Let's welcome Mr. Stanton Seraphin.
Yes, thank you, Gavin. Yes, good evening, everyone. Mr. Trevor Shellingford, Sports Coordinator and representing Honorable Oscar George, Minister of State in the Ministry of Sports. Mrs. Annette Severin Lestrade, Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Mr. Glenn Etienne, President of the Dominica Football Association. Members of the Dominica Football Association Executive Council, Mr. Billy Doctrove, President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Mr. Alvin Abraham, General Secretary of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Jerome Badwell, Technical Director of the Dominica Football Association, other special invited guests, awardees, club representatives, players, staff of the Dominica Football Association, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. It is indeed an honor and privilege to warmly welcome you to this prestigious occasion, our annual award ceremony, held under the theme, Celebrating Excellence, Honoring Commitment, Inspiring the Future. Tonight is more than just a ceremony. It is a moment of reflection, a moment of pride, and a moment of vision. We gather not only to recognize achievements, but to celebrate the journey, the countless hours of training, the sacrifices made, the resilience shown, and the unwavering passion that continues to drive football development in Dominica. To our distinguished guests and partners, your presence here this evening underscores the importance of sport as a vehicle for national development, unity, and youth empowerment. Your continued support strengthens our resolve and reinforces our belief that football in Dominica is not just a game, it is a movement. To our awardees, tonight belongs to you. You have set yourselves apart through excellence, discipline, and commitment. You have represented your clubs, your communities, and your country with pride. Your achievements serve as a beacon of inspiration to the next generation of footballers who dare to dream. To our clubs, coaches, administrators, referees, and volunteers, your dedication often goes beyond what is seen on the field. You are the backbone of our football ecosystem. Your commitment ensures that the game continues to grow, thrive, and reach every corner of our island. As an association, we remain committed to building a stronger, more inclusive, and more competitive football landscape. From grassroots development to elite performance, from women's football to youth engagement, we are focused on creating opportunities and pathways that will elevate the standard of our game. But as we celebrate tonight, we must also look ahead. The future of football in Dominica depends on how well we continue to nurture talent, strengthen our systems, and invest in our people. It calls for unity, innovation, and a shared vision. Let tonight serve not only as recognition of what has been achieved, but also as motivation for what is yet to come. So, as we honor excellence, let us also reaffirm our commitment. As we celebrate success, let us also inspire the future. On behalf of the Dominica Football Association, I thank you all for being here tonight, and I wish you an enjoyable, memorable, and inspiring evening. Thank you, and may God bless you all. Good evening.
Look at how beautiful this place looks. Look at the amount of effort that's been put in this evening to make you feel very special. I mean, I came in, I saw the red carpet affair, I saw the steel pan music at the entrance. Real good stuff. And it's only good because it has to be for you, for all of the hard work that you've put in throughout the years. So once again, congratulations for all of your efforts on and off the field. And we wish you all of the success for 2026 and beyond. All right, as we move along with the ceremony this evening, we'd like to invite the President of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Glenn Etienne, to give us some remarks.
Mr. Trevor Shillingborn, sports coordinator but representative of the Minister, Mr. George. Mrs. Annette Sevre Lestrade, Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Members of the Dominica Football Association Executive Council, Mr. Billy Doctor, President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Mr. Jerome Badwell, Technical Director, all the special invited guests, the awardees, club representatives, players, the staff of the Dominica Football Association, media personnel. Good evening to all. Tonight we gather under a theme that truly reflects who we are and where we are going. Celebrating excellence, inspiring tomorrow. And before anything else, we pause to give thanks to the Almighty God. We thank Him for life, for strength, and for carrying us through another year. In a season where many He has preserved us, granted us health, and allowed us to continue to work the beautiful game of football. It is yet another opportunity to look back at the year of 2025. And even amidst the challenges and hurdles, we take time to relish the good moments, the progress made, and the many lives that have been impacted through the sport of football. Indeed, we remain one of the most progressive associations on the island, and that is a testament to the collective effort of everyone in this room. We also take a moment to remember one of our own, Mr. Andre, a man who served this association with distinction, loyalty, and heart. His contribution was not just in what he did, but in how he did it. With excellence, to his family, we say our hearts remain with you, and his legacy will be forever be a part of the DFA. And our condolences to our football family and partners who have lost loved ones. It has been a difficult period, but through it all, we have stood together as a football community. Ladies and gentlemen, when we reflect on this past year, one word stands out: commitment. Commitment from our executive, who work tirelessly, sometimes behind the scene, sometimes under pressure, to ensure stability, direction, and leadership for football in Dominica. And I ask you tonight, what would football be without strong leadership? without sacrifice, without vision. We also take this opportunity to recognize and thank our former General Secretary, Mrs. Jasmine Matthew, for her dedicated service and the foundation she has helped to build. We are grateful for her contribution and her journey with us. At the same time, we warmly welcome our new General Secretary, Mr. Alvin Abraham. He steps into this role at a critical time in our development, and we are confident that he is prepared to take us through the next phase of our journey. To our clubs, thank you. Your continued support and partnership are invaluable. The recent ratification of our statutes was overwhelming. Support from you is a strong testament of your belief in this administration. We do not take that lightly, and we commit to serving your interests as we move forward. This year, we witnessed significant growth in our development structures. The evolution from the regional training center to our national academy represents a bold step forward. We are now providing a more comprehensive and immersive environment for our best young players, and we are already seeing the benefits. Our national youth team gave commendable performance. Our under-14 girls stood out with exceptional displays at the Challenge Series, while our boys continue to gain valuable international exposure, including participation in Mexico. These experiences are shaping the future of our football. I also wish to take a moment to congratulate our senior men's national team on their journey in CONCACAF Series. That campaign provided a valuable platform for the team to express themselves, while also giving our and emerging young players a taste of top-level international competition. I extend sincere thanks to our interim head coach for stepping forward, embracing the challenge, and delivering as he did, building confidence within the squad and restoring belief in what lies ahead. As we move forward, greater attention and structured focus will be given to the continued development of our senior men's program. I must also acknowledge the contribution of FIFA talent coach, Mr. Kurt Hurd, along with his supporting staff, whose collective efforts have been instrumental. We appreciate the core group of players and particularly our senior leaders, whose guidance have helped shape the team direction. At the same time, I commend our senior women national team for their hard work, resilience, and determination. Their energy and commitment have not gone unnoticed. We have seen their growth, their fight, and their unity as a team, while our overseas-based players have certainly added strength to the squad. We are equally proud of our local-based players, whose work ethics and dedication continue to drive the program forward. We have also expanded our partnership, including collaboration with academies in Canada, providing equipment and opening potential pathway for our players to develop at higher level. Additionally, through FIFA Football for Schools program, we have partnered with schools across the island, supplying equipment and football to support grassroots development. We continue to stand with our sports division in their efforts to serve the school community, because we understand that the future of football begins in our schools. As part of raising standard, we have introduced minimum requirements for academies and continue to incentivize coaches who are doing the work on the ground. This ensures that development is structured, intentional, and sustainable. We are also making significant strides in coach education. For the first time, we have certified FIFA coach educators, individuals who will now drive coaching excellence across the island. This includes our technical director, Mr. Jerome Badwell, our head of coach education, Mr. Egbert John Baptist, our first vice president, Mr. Stanton Seraphin, and our National Academy head coach, Ms. Rosilia Regis. Their presence and work will elevate the standard of coaching in Dominica. We are hopeful of attaining CONCACAF C license membership this year, and we are moving forward with implementing coaching regulations through club licensing. These are necessary steps as we align with regional and international standards. At the same time, we acknowledge that there are areas where we must improve, and we will grow requires honesty, and we will commit to the continued improvement in all aspects of our operations. We also take seriously our social responsibility. Safeguarding remains a top priority for this association. We will ensure that every individual working with our youth is properly trained and equipped, creating a safe and supportive environment for all players. This is not optional. This is essential. Our facilities continue to improve, and we look forward with great anticipation to the completion of work at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. It is our desire to take football to that stage, to showcase our talent on a platform that reflects the quality and ambition of our players and our nation. And I ask you, are we ready for that moment? Ladies and gentlemen, football is more than a sport. It is a vehicle for nation building. It gives our young people hope, discipline, and direction. It connects families, strengthens communities, and creates opportunities for many. And tonight is about you. To our awardees, this recognition is deeply deserved. You did not arrive here by chance. You earned this moment through discipline, sacrifice, and countless hours spent beyond the spotlight. Extra training sessions, early morning, late evenings, and the quiet unseen work when no one was watching. That private commitment to your craft is what has brought you to this stage tonight. To be counted among the best is no small achievement. It speaks volumes about your character, your consistency, and your hunger to improve. You have not only excelled individually, but you have elevated the standard of the game across the island. You made this season what it was, a success. Your performance thrilled our fans, inspired our young players, and brought pride to the clubs and communities. You stood out, you delivered, and you represented the very best of Dominican football. So tonight we celebrate you, not just for what you achieved, but for how you achieved it. Congratulations to each and every one of you. We are proud of you. We commend you, and we challenge you to go even further. May this be the foundation for an even greater season ahead. Keep working, keep striving, keep believing. To our players, thank you. To our coaches, thank you. To our clubs, thank you. To our partners and sponsors, thank you. As we look ahead, we do so with renewed energy and purpose. We have learned valuable lessons, and we are making the necessary adjustment for an even better season. May God continue to bless you all, keep you in good health, and guide us as we move forward together. As I close, let us keep the football flame burning bright, because when football grows, Dominica rises. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Glenn Etienne. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, we have some entertainment for you. And we'd like to invite back to the stage Ms. Shania Aline, and she will be giving us some entertainment.
Good evening again. you to the dark. Anyway, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Another round of bullets hits my skin. We'll fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricade, reaching for the sun. We are warriors, yeah, that's where we begin. I won't let them bring me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Sharpest words wanna cut me down. I'm gonna send the fire, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. Oh, oh, this is me. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we can do a little better than that. Let's give a bigger round of applause. All right, so we're moving along with the proceedings tonight. And now it's time to invite a special guest, our featured speaker. And our featured speaker this evening is the Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica, Mrs. Annette Severin-Lestrade. While not directly from the world of sports, Mrs. Annette Severin-Lestrade brings a wealth of experience in leadership and personal development, values that are the heart of football. She's a seasoned banking executive, leadership strategist, and certified executive coach with over 30 years of experience across Dominica and the wider Caribbean. She began her career with Scotiabank, where she held several senior leadership positions and developed a strong track record in building high-performing teams and driving service excellence. She is the founder of 767 Compliance and Business Services, where she provides executive coaching, leadership development, and specialized training in customer service and financial compliance. Through this work, she has helped individuals and organizations strengthen their leadership capacity, improve performance, and navigate change effectively. Well, in 2021, she was appointed Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica Limited, where she continues to champion people development as a key pillar of organizational transformation. Mrs. Severin Lestrade holds an MBA in marketing and is a certified executive coach, along with numerous professional certifications in leadership, governance, and financial services. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a warm welcome to Mrs. Annette Severin Lestrade as she addresses us this evening.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, everyone. I am going to adopt the protocol already established because I don't want to be the one who's keeping you between here and your dinner, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the warm welcome and for inviting me to be a part of this meaningful occasion. It is a privilege to stand before you this evening, not simply to speak, but to reflect with you on what we are truly celebrating tonight. This event is about football, yes? But it is also about values, people, and the power of collective effort. It is about recognizing excellence, honoring commitment, and inspiring the future in ways that extend far beyond the field of play. When I was invited to serve as your keynote speaker this evening, my response was one of humility. I do not stand here as a football professional at all, neither as a commentator. I have never coached a squad, officiated a match, or broken down tactics. However, football has been present in my life. Like many supporters, my experience has been rooted in loyalty, passion, and shared emotion. I have spent years supporting my husband and his unwavering dedication to the Arsenal Football Club. And anyone familiar with Arsenal's journey will understand that football teaches you much more than how to celebrate victories. It teaches, it teaches patience, it teaches resilience, it teaches endurance. It teaches belief in long-term vision, especially when short-term outcomes challenge your faith. And those lessons are exactly why football provides such a strong framework for tonight's theme: celebrating excellence, honoring commitment, inspiring the future. If I may confess something, I have also come to understand that football is often described as the beautiful game. And in my household, that beauty is taken very seriously. There are moments when my husband would call out with great urgency, come quickly, you have to see this. And I will come running, expecting something extraordinary, only to be shown what he considered a beautiful shot. Now, I have learned over time to nod with the appropriate level of appreciation, even when I am still trying to figure out exactly what just happened. But in all seriousness, those moments have taught me something important. There is a depth to this game that goes beyond what the untrained eye sees. And perhaps that is where we must challenge ourselves. Because if we truly want to elevate football, we cannot only admire it, we must understand it. We must become more intentional, more analytical, more deliberate in how we develop talent, structure systems, and support performance. So just as Théola Fort had demonstrated what is possible through discipline, structure, and intentional excellence, and I'm not comparing disciplines here, but drawing inspirations from that mindset, we too must ask, what would it take for football to reach that level of intentional development? What would it take for us to produce the same standard of excellence rooted not only in talent, but in preparation, analysis, and sustained investment? Because excellence does not happen by chance. It is built thoughtfully, consistently, and deliberately. So let us begin with excellence. We often associate excellence with success that is visible and measurable: trophies, medals, public recognition. Those moments matter, and they deserve to be celebrated. But real excellence is not born in public moments. It is formed long before that. Excellence lives in preparation, it lives in repetition, and it lives in discipline. It is the choice to train consistently, even when energy is low. It is the attention to detail when shortcomings are tempting. It is maintaining standards, even when no one is watching. In football, excellence is not only found in the top scorers or the most talented players. It is found in the defender who never gives up on a play, in the substitute who stays ready, though minutes are limited, in the captain who lifts the team during difficult moments. And beyond football, excellence follows that same pattern. In education, excellence is showing up to learn each day. In leadership, it is setting example before expectation. In service, it is consistency without applause. So tonight, as we celebrate excellence, we are honoring a mindset, a commitment to personal and collective growth, a belief that ordinary effort done consistently can produce extraordinary outcomes. Excellence cannot be sustained without commitment. Commitment is what carries us forward when the enthusiasm fades. It is what keeps us focused when setbacks arise. It is what transforms short-term effort into long-term progress. Commitment in football is visible in training hours, discipline, and teamwork. But much of it happens behind the scenes. It is found in coaches who invest in development rather than shortcuts, in officials who uphold standards even under pressure, in families who sacrifice time, resources, and comfort so young people can pursue opportunity, in volunteers who give selflessly because they believe that the sport matters. Commitment is not glamorous, but it is powerful. And again, this lesson extends beyond sports. In life, meaningful achievements are built slowly. They require patience, resilience, and perseverance. Whether in business, education, community building, or personal growth, commitment is the bridge between potential and fulfillment. So tonight, as we honor commitment, we recognize those who have stayed the course, those who have believed consistently, not selectively, those who understand that impact is built over time. Now let's turn our focus to the future. Football is not only about competition, it is about formation. Formation of character, formation of confidence, and formation of community. Young people who participate in sports learn lessons that shape how they engage with the world. They learn responsibility, they learn collaboration, they learn how to respond to both success and disappointment. They learn that effort matters. They learn that no role is insignificant. They learn that progress often comes from persistence. These lessons prepare them not only for matches, but for life. And to the young athletes here this evening, know this: the values you are building today will travel with you whether football remains central to your path or becomes a chapter in your journey. Embrace them. They influence your decisions, your leadership, and your resilience. You are not simply developing physical skill, you are developing a mindset. And that mindset will shape the future of your families, your communities, and your nation. So if we are to look beyond the field, in today's world, change is constant. Technology evolves, careers shift, expectations grow. The future demands adaptability, creativity, and ethical leadership. Yet even as systems change, the foundation of progress remains the same: integrity, hard work, respect, collaboration. Sports continue to be one of the most effective environments for nurturing these values. It brings people together across varying backgrounds, it builds shared purpose, it teaches accountability within a supportive structure. Events like this ceremony are important because they reinforce what we value. They remind us that development is holistic, that success must be grounded in character. That recognition is not merely about winning, but about how we win and who we become in the process. So as we reflect on excellence, commitment, and the future, it is also important to recognize the role of institutions that understand their responsibility beyond traditional mandates. And the National Bank of Dominica Limited provides an example of this through its environmental, social, and governance framework. By actively supporting sports and youth development initiatives across Dominica, including football, NBD is investing in people, social cohesion, long-term national well-being. This support is about more than sponsorship. It is about contributing to discipline, opportunity, inclusion, innovation, and community resilience. It is about recognizing that sustainable progress depends on informed investment in human potential. So tonight's ceremony reflects what we can achieve when institutions align purpose with people and values with action. Now I want to speak directly to everyone gathered here this evening. To those being honored, huge congratulations to you. Your recognition reflects effort, sacrifice, and conviction. May it encourage you to continue raising your standards and supporting others along the way. To the coaches, organizers, officials, families, and supporters, your role is indispensable. You are shaping lives, often without realizing the full depth of your impact. And to all of you here tonight, may tonight serve as a reminder that excellence must be nurtured, commitment must be honored, and the future must be intentionally inspired. So as I bring my remarks to a close, I return to where we began, to the idea that football is a beautiful game. But perhaps the true beauty of the game is not only found in the moments we are called to admire, not only in the goals, the skill, or even the victories. Perhaps the real beauty lies in what we choose to build around it. The discipline, the commitment, the intentional development of talent, the investment in people. Because when we choose to be more deliberate, more analytical, more committed to excellence, we do more than play the game. We elevate it. And maybe then, when the next generation calls us and says, "Come quickly, you have to see this," we will not only see a beautiful shot, we will see a system, a mindset, and a standard that we helped to build. Let us continue to build spaces where young people can grow, where values are reinforced, and where opportunity is accessible. That is the future we are called to inspire. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Annette Sever-Lestrade. Very inspiring words here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've been to many football awards over the years. I think this one will go down in history as one of the best feature addresses that we've ever had. So let's give Mrs. Lestrade another round of applause. And when she started off, it was said that she was not really involved in football. Well, from the speech, I couldn't tell, all right? And National Bank of Dominica always has played a very big role in football development. They are the major sponsors for the primary schools football competition, which is organized by the sports division. They've done so for a number of years. As a matter of fact, we had finals and semifinals this week, and we have some more finals this week coming up. So we're hoping that we can see some of you all in attendance to come and support the future of Dominica's football. I can tell you the primary school students, they're doing a very, very good job. Speaking of primary schools football, well, the next speaker falls directly into that. He's the sports coordinator, Mr. Trevor Shillingford. He's representing the Minister of State with responsibility for sports, Senator Oscar George. And we'd like to invite Mr. Trevor Shillingford to give us a few remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Richards. I want to recognize Mr. Glenn Etienne, President of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Billy Doctrove, President of the Dominica Olympic Committee, Mrs. Sever-Lestrade, Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica, and the keynote speaker this evening, Mr. Alvin Abraham, General Secretary of the Dominica Football Association, other members of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Badwill, Technical Director, other special invited guests, awardees, club representatives, players, staff of the Dominica Football Association, good evening. First of all, I want to apologize on the behalf of the Honorable Greta Roberts, the Minister with responsibility for culture, youth, sports, and community development. Mrs. Roberts has asked me to represent her here this evening. She would have loved to have been here with you this evening, but due to some other pressing commitments within her constituency, she was unable to be here. So she has asked me to extend her best wishes to you, the football family. First of all, I want to thank the Dominica Football Association for the invitation extended to the Ministry of Culture, Youth, Sports, and Community Development to be part of this ceremony. I also wish to congratulate the Dominica Football Association for having a very successful 2025 season. Those of us who were part of or followed the 2025 season would attest that we had some very good competitive football during the past year. And we also need to congratulate the clubs and the players for providing us with the season that we had in 2025. This award ceremony this evening is recognition of the effort made by all parties in making 2025 the year that it was. The Dominica football product is still considered as work in progress. And as efforts are being made to modernize our football product, we call for a more integrated approach from all parties to ensure that we see the type of results that we all are craving for. And all the parties, I would want to itemize the Football Association, the clubs, the players, corporate Dominica, and government. As a government, the government of Dominica continues to invest in sports development, which will impact the sport of football. Recently, we heard one of the coaches of one of the 10 premier teams in a recent interview. One of the things that he stated is his club is the only club which does not have a lighted facility to train. I think this speaks volume to the gains that we have made in our sporting infrastructure, that all the clubs on island can boast of having facilities where they can train after dark, which would enable them to improve their football craft. Investments are made in lighting of playing fields across the country. And as the new season opens, you will experience the transformation which has taken place at the Dubler playing field, one of the competition venues. Expansion works are ongoing at the Point Michel playing field to get it to the level where it can host Premier League matches and to become one of our regional sporting facilities. Plans are advanced through the Basic Needs Trust Fund for the complete upgrade of the Cassibus playing field, which will become one of our regional facilities and will be able to accommodate Premier League football. The fencing of the Lapland playing field through the efforts of the Office of the NAO has enhanced the safety and accessibility of this facility upon providing the Football Association with an alternative venue and also providing the clubs in the Southeast with a proper venue that they can develop their football skills. These infrastructural developments are geared at improving the football product. However, other factors are needed in order to realize the type of development that we all crave for in the sport of football. The clubs, how structured are the clubs? Are there regular meetings? Are there training programs established within the clubs? To the players, how committed are you to the improvement of your game? Is it seen as just a sweat? Or are you thinking beyond the sweat and a focus at playing your part to ensure the improvement of Dominica's ranking? The Football Association has a huge role. Are you consistently scanning the environment to seek ways to improve and enhance the programs to better cater for the needs of the athletes? As an organization, are you true to the commitment to developing the sport? Are you open to working with others? Are you working in strategic ways, or is it just business as usual? Our coaches, there are big roles to be played, and as coaches, we need to be honest with ourselves. Are we working towards a common goal? Coaches must not see themselves as simply executing drills, but as individuals who are preparing better players, not just to represent their clubs, but to represent Dominica. I believe it is timely for a general conversation to be held among our coaches, where a forum need to be created to ensure that there are exchange of ideas among our football coaches, where strategies and approaches can be aligned. I believe there is a disconnect which needs to be addressed in our coaching system. The Football Association, through its technical department, is well placed to ensure that a coming together of the minds will be done in order to ensure that we have a much better football product. As we celebrate the successes of 2025, I encourage all to enjoy the moment. Let's celebrate. Let's reward the top performers. And let's say thank you and job well done for 2025. I congratulate all recipients of awards this evening. To the champion teams, top performing players, and officials, I say congratulations. As we look to commence the new football season, let us all commit ourselves to making improvements. Let us reflect on the lows of 2025 and transform them into highs this season. The collective goal this season should be about the improvement of Dominica's ranking at the international level. And that process starts with every player and club. It starts with individual and club training, which would reflect our national team training. Before I end, let me inform all that the Ministry of Sports intend to have a return of the National Sports Awards this year, and the 12th Annual National Sports Awards is planned for June 3rd, 2026 at the Intercontinental Hotel. Nomination forms and other documents have been sent out to the national associations, and we are awaiting receiving their documentation so that we can continue to ensure the planning of the National Sports Awards and that we can recognize our athletes in a big way. We look forward to honoring all our athletes and organizations at the National Sports Awards. So I say congratulations to all the awardees here this evening. Enjoy the evening, and let the rewards that you will be receiving here be an inspiration for your continued progress in 2026 season. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Trevor Shillingford. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move on with proceedings this evening, we will have another performance from Shania Aline. They always say when it's nice, you have to do it twice. So she did very well the first time around. Let's see what she has for us in store this time. And before we invite her on stage, we want to recognize some of the people who are here with us. I can see the chairman of DBS Radio, Dr. Damien Dublin. I can see that the Jubla team, the three-time champions, they have a table for themselves. We can give them a round of applause for winning the championship 3 years in a row. I can see Kareem Regis for the Do It Center Mighty Avengers. Congratulations on the promotion to the Premier League. Tough luck last night going down to Harlem, but that's how it is sometimes. But we'll see how you guys can bounce back. Bath State Football FC have also represented here this evening. Congratulations on the promotion as well. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll invite now Shania Aline for another performance. Let's give her a round of applause.
It's never the right time. I put my arm around, showing you how strong I am. I put my arm around, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a pusher with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Break down on the world. I will cry out now. You will never see what's hiding out, hiding out deep down. Yeah, yeah. I know, I heard that the deep feeling show is the only way to make friendships go, but I'm too afraid now. Oh, yeah. I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a pusher with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. I put my armor on, show you how strong I am. I put my armor on, I'll show you that I am. I'm unstoppable. I'm a pusher with no brakes. I'm invincible. Yeah, I win every single game. I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries to play. I'm so confident. Yeah, I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. Unstoppable today. I'm unstoppable today. Thank you.
I was about to say, Maggie, pull the plug again. Thank you once again for such a beautiful performance. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're now into the business end of tonight's ceremony, what we have come here for. And it's time to recognize the deserving players, sponsors, clubs, officials for their outstanding performances for 2025. We will start with special recognition to the long-serving club sponsors. At this point in time, I'd like to invite the General Secretary of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Alvin Abraham, to assist with the presentation of awards to 5 of the long-serving club sponsors. We will start off with our first award this evening. And the first award goes to AC Shillingford and Company Limited. So would a representative for AC Shillingford and Company Limited please come forward? Thank you very much, Mr. Don Leogal. The other award tonight, long-serving club sponsors, Central Cooperative Credit Union Limited, the sponsors of the league champions, Jubla. The next award, ladies and gentlemen, this goes to Petro Caribe Dominica, sponsors for Point Michel Football Club. A representative from Point Michel or Petro Caribe, you can come up to receive the award. The next award goes to Sagicor Insurance, the sponsors for the Southeast football team. Is Auntie Cheryl in the house? We'll have a representative from Southeast, it looks like, to receive the award. And the final award for the long-serving club sponsors, Auto Trade, and that's Valvoline. So representative for Valvoline We United, or Auto Trade, can come up to receive the award. And while we're recognizing 5 of our long-serving club sponsors, we also want to recognize all of the team sponsors, as they've all played a pivotal role in the development of Dominica's football. We'd like to thank Mr. Alvin Abraham for this. We have another special recognition, and we'd like to invite First Vice President of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Stanton Serafin. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to now recognize Brianna Briggs. Special recognition for outstanding performance in the CFU Under-14 Girls Football Tournament in Trinidad and Tobago. We all remember the amazing story that was for Dominica, finishing second place in that competition. We remember all of the celebrations, the bouquets throughout the city of Roseau, and the joy that the Under-14 girls brought us. Take it easy, take care, take care. We're moving along, and we have the awards of the officials for the year. Without the referees, without the officials, we do not have football. At this point in time, I'd like to invite Mrs. Annette Severin Lestrade, the Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica, to present the awards for the official of the year. We'll start off with the Assistant Match Official of the Year. A lot of nominees, a lot of contenders, but at the end of the day, it goes to Mark Maguire Suarez, the Assistant Match Official of the Year. And now we will announce the match official of the year. And again, so many candidates, so many officials gave it their all for 2025. But the winner this year is none other than Vernant Joseph, the match official of the year. I'll just come with you. We'd like to thank you, Mrs. Annette Several Lestrade. We're going to move into the team awards. And we will start off with the boys under 15 division. We'll start off with the individual awards. The Golden Glove, the award which goes to the best goalkeeper in the under 15 division. Before I get to that though, I'd like to invite Mr. Trevor Shillingford to make the presentations, the sports coordinator representing the Minister of State with responsibility for sports. So now we're heading for the Golden Glove, the best goalkeeper. It goes to Samuel Dura of the We United Football Club. The other award this evening goes to the best defender. It's none other than Elon Pascal, representing the Point Michel Football Club. The award for the best midfielder, Kalik Privo of the Point Michel Football Club. The next award, ladies and gentlemen, goes to the best attacker. It's none other than Taron George, representing the Southeast Football Club. The most outstanding young player. So that's the award for the most outstanding young player. And I suspect we'll be hearing his name for years to come as he continues to develop and become a household name in Dominica's football. Kalik Privo of Point Michel Football Club. Ladies and gentlemen, goes to the Golden Boots, the player with the most goals. Representing We United Football Club, it's Roxanne Coppell. And ladies and gentlemen, the award for the Coach of the Year in the boys under 15 division, representing the We United Football Club, Mr. Lennon Banis. Now we move on to the team awards. Third place in the boys under 15 division. That went to Southeast Football Club. Representative from Southeast. Can you please come up for the third place trophy? Second place, the runners-up in the boys under 15 division, Point Michel Football Club. And for the champion team, We United Football Club, first place in the boys under 15 division. I would like to thank Mr. Trevor Shillingford for presenting the awards for the boys under 15. We're moving on now to the men's under 18 competition. At this point, we'd like to invite the treasurer of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. John Joseph, to make the presentations. We're starting off with the individual awards. The Golden Glove, the best goalkeeper. That award goes to Dwight Elwar from the Bafa State Football Club, and he will be receiving gloves sponsored by Sports and Wear as well. Dwight Elwar was recently called up to the men's senior national football team, so the future is bright for this young man. The award for the best defender, he comes from the Bafa State Football Club, Kujwan Harris, the best defender in the boys under 18 competition. The award for the best midfielder, hailing from We United Football Club. He's also the captain of the national under 20 men's football team, Turi Christmas. Ladies and gentlemen, for the best attacker, from the We United Football Club, Rayvon Coppell. don't go too far because you have another award to receive. We'd also like to invite on stage Kejwan Israel, because ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie for the golden boots. We have a tie for the golden boots, and it's between Rayvon Kopel of We United and the Kejwan Israel of the Bafa State Football Club. They both scored 15 goals each in the competition, and they will receive also boots, compliments, Del Najis. So congratulations to the young, prolific strikers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the award for the Coach of the Year from the Bafa State Football Club, Mr. Michael Joseph. I don't think he's here with us tonight, but can someone from Bafa State please come up to receive the award for the Coach of the Year, Michael Joseph. And his mother, Juliana Frederick, will receive the award on his behalf. The team awards, ladies and gentlemen, the team awards. In third place in the men's under 18 competition, Harlem United Football Club. Runners-up in second place, the Portsmouth Bombers Football Club. And gentlemen, the champions of the men's under 18 football division, Bafa State Football Club. So we'd like to thank Mr. John Joseph for assisting with the presentation of awards for the men's under 18 competition. We're heading into the men's first division President's Cup. I think we can invite the president of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Glenn Etienne, to deliver the awards. First division President's Cup. In third place, ladies and gentlemen, the Do It Center Mighty Avengers Football Club. Runners-up, the Bafa State Football Club. Second place winner, Bafa State Football Club. Ladies and gentlemen, the champion club for the men's first division President's Cup, Fonkole United Football Club. like to thank Mr. Glenn Etienne for assisting with the awards for the President's Cup. We'll invite Mr. Etienne a little later on to deliver some more awards. We're going to move on now to the men's first division competition. I would like to invite once again the General Secretary of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Alvin Abraham, to assist with the presentations. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're starting off with the individual awards. The best goalkeeper, Kamande George of the Do It Center Mighty Avengers football team. The award for the best defender goes to Eustace Marshall, formerly of the Bafa State Football Club, now with Sagicor Southeast. Ladies and gentlemen, the award for the best midfielder, hailing from the Bafa State Football Club, Anthony Frederick. Gentlemen, the award for the best attacker from the Mighty Avengers Football Club, Jarrell Laville. The best young player in the men's first division for 2025. That award goes to Noah Joseph of South City. Is there anyone from South City who can pick up the award? All right, so we will see to it that Noah Joseph receives his award. Noah Joseph, the best young player. Moving on to the Golden Boots, the player with the most goals in the first division, Giovanni De Gallery of the Bafa State Football Club. Giovanni scored some 17 goals in the first division. Now for the award for the Coach of the Year. And I think that one is no surprise here. Representing the Mighty Avengers Football Club, the Coach of the Year for the men's first division, Kareem Regis. Now for the Zone A winners, the team awards. The winners of Zone A, St. Joseph Layo Football Club. I don't think they're here, so we'll move on to the next award. The Zone B winners, Bafa State Football Club. Ladies and gentlemen, third place in the men's first division, the RC Doctors Football Club. Just a reminder that when you come up to receive your awards, please allow Clyde enough time to get the pictures. Clyde John Baptist, the #1 photographer in Dominica. Tell them I said so. Ladies and gentlemen, the award for second place, the second place, the runners-up, Bath Estate Football Club. And for the big trophy, the Champions Trophy, the winners of the Division 1, from nothing to something, the Mighty Avengers Football Club. I would like to thank Mr. Abraham for assisting us with the presentation of the awards for the men's first division. We're moving on to the ladies now. It's time for the women's. I would like to invite Leandra Charles, Belle Charles, to assist us with the presentation of the awards for the Women's Premier League. And as always, we'll start off with the individual awards. The award for the best goalkeeper, hailing from the New India Goodwill Runners Football Club. That award is sponsored by the Dominica Olympic Committee, Kernisha Adams. Ladies and gentlemen, the award for the best defender from the Portsmouth Bombers Football Club, sponsored by Jungle Bay Dominica, Jessica Helwe. The award for the best midfielder from the Kalinago Warriors Football Club. And that award is being sponsored by Dr. Damien Dublin, Gina Tulloch. The award for the best attacker, representing the Maho Soka Strikettes, Brittany Dennis. the award for the best young player. That award goes to Nikhil Hector from the New India Goodwill Runners Football Club. Ladies and gentlemen, the award for the Golden Boots, the player with the most goals. She scored 14 goals in the last competition. She's representing the Maho Soka Strikettes. It's none other than Brittany Dennis. Ladies and gentlemen, the coach of the year for the Women's Premier League from the Maho Soka Strikettes, Kenneth Esprit. Kenneth is not there with us tonight, and his award will be received by Brittany Dennis. We're now moving into the team awards. Finishing in third place this year. Normally they're the champion squad, but this time they're in third place. The New India Goodwill Runners Football Club. Second place, the runners-up in the Women's Premier League, the Maho Soka Strikettes Football Club. And ladies and gentlemen, the champion team for the Women's Premier League, hailing from the north, the Roosevelt Skerrit Portsmouth Bombers Football Club. I would like to thank Leandra Bell Charles for assisting us with the awards for the Women's Premier League. We're moving on to the Men's Premier League President's Cup. It's the President's Cup, so we will invite the President of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Glenn Etienne. Ladies and gentlemen, the third place winners in the Men's Premier League President's Cup, Sagicor Southeast Football Club. The second place team in the DFA Premier League President's Cup, Valvoline Reunited. crowned the champions of the Men's Premier League President's Cup, and they'll be making a few appearances this evening. Central Cooperative Credit Union, Jubla FC. That brings us to the end of the presentations for the Men's Premier League President's Cup. We'd like to thank Mr. Glenn Etienne. We're moving on now to the Men's Premier League Champions Cup. And at this point, we'd like to invite the first Vice President, Mr. Stanton Seraphin, to assist us with the presentation of the awards. The Men's Premier League Champions Cup, third place, Roosevelt Skerrit Bombers. Second place, the runners-up, Valvoline We United. And ladies and gentlemen, the champions of the Men's Premier League Champions Cup. They will probably need a wheelbarrow to get home tonight. Central Cooperative Credit Union, Jubla FC. I would like to thank Mr. Stanton Seraphin for assisting us with the Men's Premier League Champions Cup. Now we're moving on to some of the major awards this evening. The Men's Premier League. And at this point in time, we'd like to invite the President of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Glenn Etienne. We're once again starting off with the individual awards. The best goalkeeper in the Men's Premier League from Central Cooperative Credit Union, Jubla FC. And this award is sponsored by HHV Whitchurch, Jerome Burkhardt. I'm being told that he had 7 clean sheets. Jerome, unfortunately, is not here with us. I believe he's overseas, but I'm sure he's watching. Congratulations, Jerome Burkhardt. Now for the best defender. And that award goes to DNL Abraham of the Belfast Estate Maho Soccer Strikers. Ladies and gentlemen, the award now for the best midfielder. Hailing from Central Cooperative Credit Union, Jubla FC, the best midfielder in the 2025 Men's Premier League is none other than Brielle Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, the best attacker. He electrified the playing fields. From Central Cooperative Credit Union, Jubla FC, Odell Laville. The award for the best male young player from Valvoline Reunited, Darius Gasper. Ladies and gentlemen, the award for the Golden Boots. And like I said earlier on, he electrified the playing field. We remember what he did on the last game of the season to secure the Golden Boots. From Central Cooperative Credit Union, Jubla FC. And that award is being sponsored by HHV Richard. The Golden Boots, the scorer of the most goals, Odell Laville. The award now for the Coach of the Year. And if you win 3 titles in a row, I think it's a no-brainer. From the Central Cooperative Credit Union Jubla FC team, Malcolm Bertrand, the Coach of the Year. We're moving on now to the team awards in the Men's Premier League. The 3rd place winners, the Roosevelt Skerrit Bombers FC. Second place, ladies and gentlemen, enjoying their best season ever in the Men's Premier League. Second place today, they'll be hoping they'll be champions tomorrow. But tonight, the Belfast Estate Maho Soccer Strikers, runners-up in the Men's Premier League. And ladies and gentlemen, the champions, the 3-time reigning champions in the Men's Premier League, looking to make it a 4th this year, Central Cooperative Credit Union Jubla FC. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for 2 of the biggest awards for Dominica's football, the announcement of the male and female player of the year. We'll start off with the female player of the year. From the champion Roosevelt Skerrit Bombers FC, Jessica Perlwy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the award for the Male Player of the Year. There were so many candidates, but one player stood out as he captained his team to a third consecutive championship from the Central Cooperative Credit Union Jubla FC team, the Male Player of the Year for 2025, Brielle Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, I would appreciate if you would stand and give a round of applause for the Men's Player of the Year. Brielle Thomas. All right, now, before we head into the vote of thanks, we have some goodies. Oh, before that, Mr. Etienne, I'd like to ask you to take your seat. Thank you very much for presenting the awards. We have some tokens of appreciation for the members of the head table this evening. And we'd like to invite some of our female players, China Tulloch, Brittany Dennis, to assist us with the presentation of tokens of appreciation. We will start off with our featured speaker this evening. She did a wonderful job, Mrs. Annette Sevre-Lestrade, the Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica. To receive a token of appreciation, we'd like to invite the First Vice President, Mr. Stanton Serafin. Also receiving a token of appreciation this evening, the sports coordinator, Mr. Trevor Shillingford, who represented also the Minister of State with responsibility for sports, Senator Oscar George. We'll ask the Male Football of the Year, Brielle Thomas, to make that presentation. I wonder if that token is reaching, anyway. Mr. John Joseph, Treasurer of the Dominica Football Association. And Mr. Alvin Abraham, the General Secretary of the Dominica Football Association, newly appointed General Secretary. And of course, the President of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. Glenn Etienne, to receive a small token of appreciation from the football family this evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this brings us to the conclusion of the awards and presentations this evening. But before we wrap things up, we'd like to invite the Treasurer of the Dominica Football Association, Mr. John Joseph. He will deliver the vote of thanks this evening.
Good evening, everyone. First, to thank Savior Jesus Christ for life, for his mercies, and for giving us the opportunity to be here this evening. As we bring this wonderful evening prize-giving ceremony to a close, it is my distinct honor to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the Dominica Football Association. Tonight, we have celebrated excellence, dedication, and true spirit of football in Dominica. It has been a night of pride, not just for the awardees, but for every player, coach, referee, administrator, sponsor, and supporter who continues to contribute to the growth of the beautiful game in our country. I wish to express sincere gratitude to our distinguished patrons and invited guests. Mr. Trevor Shillingford, Sports Coordinator, representing the Ministry of Sports. Mistress Annette Severin Lestrade, Managing Director of the National Bank of Dominica Limited, our featured speaker. Mr. Billy Doctrove, President of the Dominica Olympic Committee. Your presence here tonight underscores your commitment to sports and youth development in Dominica, and for that, we are truly thankful. To the Dominica Football Association President and other executive members, staff of the Dominica Football Association Secretariat, the organizing committee members for this evening's event, and all volunteers, thank you for your hard work, dedication, and attention to detail in making this ceremony and football a success. To our sponsors and partners, your continued support makes events like this possible. Your investment in football is an investment in our community and our future. To our award recipients, we congratulate you. Your achievement inspires the next generation and sets the standard for excellence in Dominican football. To clubs, coaches, referees, and supporters, thank you for your passion and commitment throughout the 2025 season. Football thrived because of you. Finally, to everyone in attendance, thank you for the part you have played in this memorable evening and for supporting the development of football in Dominica. As we look ahead, let us continue to work together to elevate the game, to nurture talent, and to build a stronger football community. May you all continue to enjoy the evening and have a safe journey home. And we look forward to seeing you in this upcoming season. I thank you. Good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this brings us to the close of the 2025 DFA Award Ceremony. I'd like to thank you so much for coming. Our head table, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence this evening. Right now, it's time to have a good time, some fun, socialize, network, have some dinner, have some drinks. The first round is on me, but take it easy, all right? Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for coming. We'll see you this year or next year for the next awards ceremony. Thank you so much.